See this? We're going to the end because we're not giving up. So, chaos theory. I believe chaos theory is basically broken symmetry. It's the brokenness that is like saying that, hey, we want to create a brick road, but the only thing is every block that gets placed is on a different place, but we need all these people to be our crowd to come watch us walk over it. And as they come to be presented there, then it becomes an entanglement that their brick goes there. But if every person has got a different brick that gets placed, but as they come to watch us walk over it, as our intent and energy is that we want to go over it, is with the onlookers that have to come to present that brick. And the broken symmetry is saying that that person is not there, so therefore there is no brick, or therefore that person is away and they've sent a message that says this person is supposed to do it, but they're missing. And the brokenness is not working together. It's not showing the image for how it truly is. So broken symmetries. Out of this theory is a stormy load of rubbish. Clouds, the son of man. You cannot say or guess, for you know only a heap of broken images. So as I read this, we're going to show you. I'll work that out. Okay, so the never-ending story. The search for the theory of everything is the search for the universal trivialization of the universal nothing but by Giancarlo Rotteo. Despite the popular notion of the work of the scientist is in recovery. He was in recovery because he was up for 10 days, and the creation of the action of the new ideas that were formulated on this expedition over his 10 days were to discover and knew, in fact, with the new scientist to observe to know to the depth of what he said, that the universe is many, and in the books of our articles that we write as our scientists and published of our devoted third enterprise of our third eye, reflecting in essence of who we are, is to the existing ideas to put into a simple form, more intuitively embraceable in the forms of stable relations to facet, and the complex of the trivial form is through the uncomprehension of the people not relative to the degree of which we have to share. When the new idea of that has just been discovered for the first time, which there's been a less amount of consciousness connection formed in this one mind throughout all of the universe, is that we will all appear it to be a cumberstone of a language of a principle designed to express some quality in different other ideas. Gradually, others will re-examine what you have just discovered and to find more constituent representations which relate to the more naturally of the existing ideas that you behold. This new relationship is called a family, a relation. Many of one simple logical progression from the known ideas of which you have discovered, plus the ones that they have discovered while they've been taking acid, listening to your talking evermore. So it is to do that the upwards true of the picture of nature is a theory of the undoubtedly that makes the laws of the path of the destination in so many lives to be depicted of the micro conceptions into the artificial channels of the new in fact of the universe is naturally existing in the idea of the distillation of the know-how, and it alternates from after which the physics will become of the problems of which may rise from the mutual actions and comments of the planets forming to their designated conclusion of how they choose to interpret this. And as the aliens watched for miles, it was the whole universe it was observing, and the observers were in development of the new possibilities to share and open to interpretation and the theory of everything. To strings, to pull it together, to fathom the evolution for the universal to have some attribute of the laws of nature, it had to form a conclusion of how to output through intent, through energy. And so, such cases, we must be careful to pay attention To all it may be that we've lost our decipher, to find our marbles through the grassy heaven of the paths we choose to take. So as they were governed, and they discovered through generalization, there were rules of evolution, and the distinct law of programming your evolutional imprint, of genetically advancing your situational imprint of your genetic code, i.e. your DNA. Not all who wander are lost. It is to be, to know that if you want to put someone in a jail, know that you got to make them pretend they're not in a jail, and basically live evermore. It is to still be possible to discover the deep truths without taking acid, as Martin could not be responsible for people jumping off the buildings, but for the fundamental discoveries of how bad they were, to the essence of how bad they thought they were going to be if they didn't end it, to the satellites of the orbits of the fertilization of up the nostrils, and it went cascading. He who knows not that knows, but for that he knows he's not fool. Shun him, he knows not that knowing is the knowing of no child. He knows what, and knowing is what he says to the knowing it is asleep. Awake him, he who knows that he knows he is a wise man, follow him. Abraham. So, no scientist can be founded upon observation alone. We need many people to form conclusions, understanding and conjugaling of information to processing it through the one mind, creating an energetic field, connecting to the magnetic field, uplifting our resonance, connecting to source, and in so being so, and others to be rapidly obtaining of the understanding of the seeing of the complexity as possible, as little as bias, as the innate types of experiment of the observation that were we to employ. Such basis of play a critical role in the attempts to understand the universe, and everything that ignores the influence of the biasness is basically tell them to shut up. That if you know what is to know. So we'll watch this in a second, but we'll plan for Kim Jong-un. So on behalf of letting off bombs on the 4th of July, what it is. Goodbye to all that. Every dogma must have its day. So every reversal basically has to have a provocative, informal conclusion to going forwards in the connection of the realms of the strings. You had to have a break between it. Basically, finding James, your discovery is finding a that you place things that I was a but he got rid of, but that created by the A. So these things, nothing was moving. So what it works here. So we'll come through. So if you make a wish and a commandment, say it out loud though. Say a prayer in your mind first, then say a commandment. So it's something to do with a theory of lucid parallel. So it's a relationship that you need, that is extremely rare. Something to do with the church, something to do that you could create an A out of it if you get through it, to reflect, to know tonight to what you have to plan to help your future week. In so being a written documentation of things that you need to remember to get through, to look at, to remind yourself that you forget. But in that, if a choice must come to a sense by being made among a rival set of other theories or conclusions of what you could go by, rather than merely and neutrally to develop a mathematical consequence of alternative theories, it is for you, and it seems to be the only basis for you to expand, is to be informal, is to be about criteria that you're writing, to be simple and simplistic, and it to be governed by choice among dot points, and for it to help you in the physical realm around you now, in both so being equally being able to explain its experiments and facts in the now, here, and the future, and be your What do you think of when I read from the book? Yes. So on behalf of what you've just said, I'm going to use different, it starts here. This is where he showed to be ingenious and to be indigenous is to have respect for the deceased Aboriginals, whereas scientists have discovered black matter, but not discovered that the deceased are the black matter, and it is more unseen than what is seen, and that is for a reason. So it's to have a diagonal number, or the illustration, suppose we have 4 numbers with 1 digit of length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If there is 4 by 4 and they are the representations, when you're finding moments of basically find yourself, you've got to find the symbolism of 1 is for A, 2 is for B, 3 is for C, 4 is for so on. So somehow, I don't know how it makes sense, but it is your number, it is, and you are to do maths with it. It is to array, to channel, to know how to. So for some reason, let's suppose the numbers 1 is 0.234566789. It is somehow to do with working out something that is not relevant, to somehow creating a variable to make you think. And what you need to do is write Jamie a letter, write Joe a letter, you need to write everyone a letter, but you have to start by dot point. And it is first off to say what things you're grateful for in your life that you want to share, what things you are grateful for them being in your life to share. There are to be another category of what you would like to tell the other person, but you don't know how to get it out, but you're going to try anyway. Mm. Mm. Same with Einstein. Mm. Mm. Well, what we've got to do is we've got to work on it forward. So we're going to work on a team of a mediator, and when I was reading the book, it said that you've got to pull the strings of the people. So basically, there's the former think tank. Think tank is me to be the moderator. I'm getting a channeling that what you need to do is to write something on pen and paper, to write out what are the faults of Jamie, how is he going to get about it, and to say that you want to be able to contact him via computer before you get to talk to him, but you want him to be sorted out and to say that the spiritual side of me is to know that everything is that. It's magic. We've got to use magic. So 1 second, I'll bring it up. Um, mm.
You'll need to communicate with signs and symbols. And she will communicate with language, which is spells, spellcasting. Teach you to spell and spelling. The only thing missing is the magic wand. You're being played. This is the Flutter Matrix.
Lost in translation. Let's read the Church of Satan. Okay. Funded in San Francisco by Aston Stavendor Levy in 1966, the Church of Satan, on the welcoming of the becoming of the president of the institution of the Satan Sith, is the contemporary society for the 9 years of the next working year of 1975, in openly acknowledging and proudly exercising the fundate of the Prince of the Dark Earth, and tells the story of the Elus and those 9 great years in being the king of 143 appendices of 10 pages of plates. I don't even know what that is. So let's just say that basically, who knows what that means? And basically, I'm going to put on Dr. Wayne Dyer, because he basically changed my life and made me spiritual. He's on the other side now. So how to start a new life. This is what we're going to be listening to. This is what we're going to be doing. So this is going to be open for everyone else to be able to talk about. Sorry, I didn't ask that. So I had to.
Our special rights criteria.
Just listen to this.
But our longer measured in terms of how we serve others, but in terms of how much we sell. Become that
I am mass data, which is conscious. Yeah.
begin to see that, all right, yes, I but I want to take a shape.
Right. Right, Joe up. No, Joe, sorry. Do you want me to?
But this is the masterpiece that I would like my life to become. It might be the answer to that.
performance and achievement. I'm a person who has a lot of all of those things in my life. But I've found that those are the kinds of things that begin to matter less and less, and they show up more and more in your life when you find yourself getting attuned to something much beyond all of that. It's like a knowingness. It's like creating a sense of what I'm here for, how I'm going to live this life that I have, and doing it in the service of others, maintaining a sense of spirituality about yourself, maintaining a sense of compassion, caring, love, and decency for everyone that you're treating conflict, difficulties that come your way, not as something for which you have to win or to master, but in fact as opportunities for you to see how you can transcend these things, not to have to use hatred and anger and bitterness, beating somebody else down in order to get to this higher place. Very much a place of peace. It doesn't mean like abdicating your role. It doesn't
Paradox is something that you can
surrendering, not to anyone, but surrendering from the things that most of us are pursuing all of our lives, where we get on that stress-filled, fast pace. I have to achieve. Determiners. What kind of a
now, what part we can do to make ourselves at least 10 hours a week. We can work in a team. Say that again.
The old story. Buddy, his great granddad, and no one ever been back to it. So much history. He picked her up.
I should be
I
working.
gave fucking to get the doctor to get the list down of people that are dying waiting on this to be operated. We haven't run properly yet. You know what I'm saying? And what was in his elections? 150 doctors. Boy. Now I've asked him, which is knowledge
just this is what the ETs want. This is what I want to share it to you. So this is what the aliens want. Yeah.
So bullshit. We have different
Let me read what you put.
we have different kinds of yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong with that thing. It's just people like me. I know. There could be still in your book.
Yeah, that's it.
The
Oh, that was beautiful. Got to learn to laugh. But you know, a lot of people. And there's this thing that you've got to come up here and have a look at it though. It's really funny. Hitler. Yeah, Hitler had a nice.
And he was Jewish, right?
Hitler had a nice addiction, and
Oh, mate, I've got residue. He didn't die in there. He died down here in Tasmania, down at Woodbridge.
really.
Frank Coles.
But listen to this. This is hilarious. This is like what? Okay, sorry. Okay.
Right, Führer.
So this is what it says.
And
By
Property
Führer,
Now.
we have Christmas party all planned. We will start the office and move the races.
Yeah, I'll send this man.
1 second.
Dude has been on it.
And the North Korean headquarters office and move the races after that. All the women will be dressed as elves. It will start.
See,
The food has been ordered. We went through the invitation list and I came and pleased with the attendance. You'll be pleased with the attendance. I'm sure. I doubt you can invite any assholes.
See, he was brilliant.
Listen to this
Where
verse.
he went
My
wrong.
Führer, Marty is invited to Oppenheimer. Hey, is invited. I thought it'd be okay with that. Marty, everyone knows he's deaf. Everyone who is deaf, leave the room right now. You won't be suffering his blood anyway. Head off.
Hey, it's not nice.
So this is me coming to Hitler's office. because I said to Hitler that he picked up the volcano and put it into the prehistoric era's volcano. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? That loudmouth bastard isn't coming to my Christmas party. Santa won't even be able to fucking get a word in unless he'll be able to tell him he's off the Christmas list. My fucking ears will be burning. My fucking mind will blow up listening to him. I'd rather be waterboarded and my fucking nuts cut off than fed bullshit from him. He's going to stand up and be listed his fucking babble with me until that. Like you're a Marty promised he won't talk too much. Are you fucking an idiot? You can't help it. He talks and talks and talks and you fucking talks all fucking day and all fucking night. Babble, babble, babble. My Führer. Shut up. No. You shut up. Marty, STFU. Will you please? The only thing on my list was a babble-free night at the party. The only thing you are fucking morons invite this fucking moron. What's going on? I can't take his babble. I can't take his babble. Nobody can take his fucking shit. Nobody. Burn Berlin, bomb Germany, anything but that fucking babbling idiot. I swear to you, I will fucking go deaf, and I will enjoy watching it. And you little pricks are going to pay. He doesn't even know what STFU means, which I don't.
Just,
It is too busy babbling to listen anyway.
huge.
He won't ever shut up, ever. He's
Well, I'm Russian. How they say one of the Russian sisters got away. She did. And they come to Tasmania. Now, when the war was going on, I've got a good friend I introduced to his father, who knew him. Frank and his mum was beautiful. He got them out of Germany when things started to go down. He is Tasmanian, and their representatives of old King Cole. And they have got letters and everything from through the war. You understand what I'm saying? How powerful and how much. And he, in the end, this old German soldier died. And he said, he Frank, because I was meant to be just a deckhand, and I was restricted to the tip of English, which is not my sick person to go about on Crane, Potter. And he was talking about Crane. And he said, this is where German lives. And he said, I've got Germany and all that. And straight away I looked at Frank, because he's got remember the big S, I'm not going to understand what I'm saying when I say this, I hope you do. SSI.
SIS.
Blue eyes. SS blue eyes. Do you know what I'm saying? The creative ones. You know how they, because what they did. Now, see, he was Austrian and he was what they would call whore. His mother had been educated, you know, and he went to Germany to choose because it was his childhood. He was brought up to hate himself because his mother wasn't married.
Okay.
And anyway, he showed me this place on the beach.
Is this it,
And listen, and I said, well, who's the soldier that says? He said, there's the old ones, and everyone thinks they're, everyone, and he said, you was big love. And I was like, okay, I'll work it out. Because I know it would have been very good against it.
Mm.
And anyway, Frank died. I respect that for that. And apparently he's left it because Job's friend, and he says, to begin to Job's, so I'm happy now. You have to jump to the fucking stuff. Hungry these days, man. Little culture they use, huh? Ounces, black, but they he migrated this time. My son's family was Lagan, wasn't the Japanese friends.
Yep.
Yeah, that's one. Me and her always going now, in the graveyard, we talk and people are
So there's this Russian scientist that knows in 10 years we're going to be able to, in the next 10 years, to make human live forever.
Just to go through the fucking out, right? And that's what it got such a, you notice they've got a real thing in Tasmania, and if you think back, look it up, you'll see that when all the war boats come in, when the Russian subs come in, there's only one woman with 2 children who's got to go into Russia, well, that was when the 2 girls. You see, that was very well, apparently I was just like my grandmother, and it was amazing, and
world. Of science will decree body for the human being, says Scott. Global Future 2005 conference. Have a perfect machine interface to allow control of support systems of surveillance, consent. Artificial sets a computer
This is what I'm
into
listening
which
to. It's made
relate machine
uh,
reads
putting on including many reporting on the scene. Sample